I mean, you'll need to be at the last island and at end game if you're going to be getting to C2, because I know a lot of you are definitely going to be grinding to get there. Some of you might be starting the game, watch this video, might be mid-game, might be struggling, because I know I get a lot of DMs from you guys struggling, like mid-game to early game, so this video will be for you. And if you're also an end game player, I mean, I'll tell you what kind of things you need to do at end game, but for you mostly, go check out one of my damage guides, if I'm going to be honest, because that's what you should be doing at end game, is damage maxing. And also, go watch one of my luck guides. I might drop updated versions for those. If you guys want it, let me know in the comment section down below. But also, go subscribe to the channel and like the video, because I have a bunch more seller piece videos planned. Yes, this is a guide video, but don't worry, I am working on those new pros. I'm also kind of waiting for 2x luck, which should be today at the time I'm recording this video. So go grind with that as well. And also go join my Discord server down below, because not only am I doing giveaways in there, you can also go join my guild, trade, and grind with other people, and also ask for help in there. What's up, yapping? And let's get straight into the video. Okay, so I'm gonna be showing you guys what you should be doing at early game, mid game, end game, and what I would be doing at all stages of the game, and you know, depending on where you are, where you get, and whatnot. So I'll tell you what to do along the way. So when you are early game, the first thing you should do when you hop into the game, first join the group and get the group rewards, because you get some decent group rewards, which I think will allow you to buy Yoru. Maybe I kind of forgot how much it gives, but I think you'll be able to buy a Dark Blade. But yeah, claim the group reward first things first, then go in settings and enable quest repeat and auto quest rejoin. And then once you've enabled those, go to Snow Island. I do all of this before your first quest, even before your first quest. Go to Snow Island, jump up over here, go all the way over here, and go claim your armament hockey quest right over here, and do this. And it'll tell you to do it with combat. So yeah, claim the group rewards and go start doing the armament hockey quest, because armament hockey, what you'll do when you unlock it, it will just give you permanent damage across any style or whatever, and it's just extra damage. So you want to get it as soon as possible, because it just levels up every time you kill a mob. And when you unlock it, you complete the quest, go back, speak to the NPC, get armament hockey, and then go auto hockey settings and auto. But yeah, once you complete the quest, you do need to come back here and buy it, but just do that, okay? Just get it straight away. And when you can afford it, you know, make sure you do get observation hockey, because you'll need it for conquerors hockey. Observation hockey you could get in Desert Island, so even though it's not going to be that tough, make sure at some point you get the observation hockey early on, because it's not too expensive. If you open a couple chests that you get from early game, you will be able to just, you know, afford it. And you need it level 25 for conquerors hockey, which gives you permanent damage, which I'll speak about later on. And you could just do the same skill, so auto skill, auto hockey settings, you could do the same for observation hockey, and you just level it up over time. Okay, now let's get back to, you know, the regular bandit being what you're doing. So you probably claim the group rewards. Now I don't know if it's enough to get Dark Blade. Definitely won't be enough to get Dark Blade, but Dark Blade is located on this map. So when I refer to Dark Blade, aka Yori or whatever you want to call it, Mihawk Sword, I'm referring to it that is over here on Snow Island, okay? Because you will get it early game, unless you want to sell. But when you get this, you can either go buy a fruit, which is kind of risky, or you could just low-key cop the katana. Either one works. I usually go for the fruit rather than katana, because you can just use melee if you get a dookie fruit, but it's up to you. Katana is still cool, and it'll get the job done, because right now, obviously, you're just doing the easy bandit being quest, so you can see the recommended level and stuff. And make sure that you also have the settings I said earlier about enable auto quest repeat, because Sailor Piece has a little feature where, let's say you complete this quest right now and you have quest repeat on, it will just give you the quest again and you keep doing it instead of having to keep accepting the quest, which is a nice little feature. Right now you want to bandit beat, get your currency up, you know, maybe you did end up getting a fruit or katana. If you're wondering, the fruits are, you go to Sailor Island and then you have the gems and the coins fruit dealer that I'm hovering over right now. You can see, just click on it, then click teleport. And then let's say you've been moving up the islands, you know, you went from Star Island to Jungle, you know, you've been getting some currency, you can now finally afford Dark Blade. You're going to get Dark Blade, and Dark Blade is going to be very, very useful. It's going to be great for farming. By the way, you can reset your stats for free. So let's say you have stuff into power for your fruit. You're like, you know what? I want to use sword now. Just reset your stats and then put it into sword. Okay, it's free. And then you're going to be using Dark Blade. So let me take out Dark Blade real quick. Dark Blade would be great for farming because you have things like the X skill, which as you can see, if you stand a little bit further back, you can literally hit all the enemies here, which is great for farming in the very beginning. And you can use this to level up even further, you know, keep going up the islands. And then when you get to level 2500, make sure you unlock artifacts. You want to unlock artifacts straight away, so you can start getting artifacts straight away, because it is an end game thing, but like you can collect artifacts along the way. So you want to just, you know, unlock it, just speak to the NPC and unlock it. It's not going to be expensive. Plus you could get some artifact milestones as well, which they're all right. They're not too bad. Now along the way, you'll probably be getting some trait rerolls, you know, like a little bit of trait rerolls. Not as many as I do, but you'll be getting some trait rerolls. You'll be getting some race rerolls, maybe even a little bit of clan rerolls. So make sure you're using all of those, and you know, go for the best thing you can, and make sure you actually keep the stuff you get. Now what I mean by this is, if you go to storage, you can unlock storages for everything in the game. So what this means is, let's say I get epic race. Now realistically, you have an epic race, but you want to go get a mythic at some point. Store the epic race in the race bag over here, and then go get the mythic one. And you should be doing this with the traits, the clans, whatnot. So when you get something a little bit rare, keep it, store it, then go for something better. Then maybe you want to get rid of the stored one, you could swap it out and whatnot, and this will help you progress nicely as well. And if you're wondering where do you spend your trait rerolls, go over here to trait and then roll traits. So you can spend your trait rerolls here in the Sailor Island. You don't need to worry about stats just yet, in my opinion. Oh yeah, make sure you're equipping your tiles along the way that you might unlock. Just go tiles, and you won't be getting any boss ones, but you might be getting some of these or some of these. Just get whichever's the better one. Okay, now next thing you want to do is go for, you know, keep moving up the islands, whatever, getting your levels, but get Griffin. Where is Shibuya Station? Oh my days. Oh, it's here. Make sure you get Griffin. Griffin is a great beginner sword. I literally got it in one of my new pros, and it's very, very helpful. And it's not way more expensive than Yoru, so you should be able to afford it by now, whatever stage you are in the game. I'm just saying, you know, keep moving up. I'm not going to say every specific level, but yeah, go get Griffin. Griffin will be very helpful to you, and then, you know, get back to farming. And make sure once you're good enough, you start farming these specific bosses that I'm about to name. Make sure you farm Gojo, because Gojo has some drops that you'll need for his ascension, like the Void Fragment and the Limitless Ring. You don't need to farm Itadori. Make sure you're farming the Cursed King, because you'll need his Dismantle Fangs for ascension. So make sure you're farming him. And what I mean by make sure you're farming him, they spawn every 5 minutes. So when you can kill them, make sure you kill them. So when it doesn't take you 10 years, like maybe one skill or one tap or like a couple of M1s, make sure you're farming those two. Then go to Sailor Island and make sure you're farming Sung Jin Woo. Make sure you're farming him every 5 minutes. And when Alucard spawns, do the same thing, because you need his drops for ascensions as well. And then this might be a little bit more difficult, but make sure that you farm Aizen. So Aizen might be a bit difficult for you at this stage of the game, but if you can, make sure you do it, because you'll need his drops as well. So yeah, all these drops that you're going to get from all those bosses, you will need for ascensions later on. So just make sure you're farming them. Plus the boss kills can come in handy when it comes to getting titles. And if you're wondering how do you get a title, like when you see all these titles, they say all equipped, but let's say this one says locked, right? Click on locked and it'll tell you how far you are from getting the title, or what's the chance of getting it early. Okay, at this point you should have a solid amount of gold and gems, mostly gold, if you've been AFK farming your levels and whatnot. So go to the coins fruit dealer and spin fruits until you get the quake fruit. And once you get the quake fruit, you can use the quake fruit to AFK farm, which I already have, as you can see. So if we take out the quake fruit right now, and then if you want to AFK farm drops like the race rules, the clan rules or whatnot, and you also want to AFK farm levels, then this is the best thing to do when you are good enough to do it. Because what you could do, I mean, it's not the best level farm to be honest, but it's the best drops farm and a good level farm, because you'll accept this quest and then you'll sit over here. Let me put some stats into power real quick, and then you just, you know, see, boom, and then what it'll do, it'll hit all the enemies from that side and that side, which is why it's the best for drops and also great for levels. And it's what I did to max level a long time ago. It's not necessarily what you need to do now, especially because the level cap is higher, but you get the point. You can do that. You will need to do this AFK farm at some point, so just get the quake fruit, because it will always be useful. And maybe in C2 it won't be, who knows, but for now it's great. Also, when you reach level 6,000, there are some codes you can use, like 2 to 3 codes. I don't know exactly what they are, because you know they'll be changing them out and whatnot, especially the time I'm recording this video. It could be something completely different, but just try to check up on the codes. There'll be a couple codes you can use at like level 6,000, but the main ones you need ascensions for, which I've been mentioning for Conqueror's Hockey and the codes, and you need to be level 10,000, so don't worry about those. But there'll be some level 6,000 codes which will give you drops that, you know, would save you time from farming, I guess. Now you're probably nearing the point where you're struggling for DPS. This pretty much happened in my sword only new to pro. So what are some of the things that you could be doing that I haven't mentioned already? Now, one of the main things that you can actually do is go head over to Dungeon Island, do the little quest when you speak to this dungeon's NPC. So you dungeon master, yo, what's up? Find my puzzle pieces. It's a 1-minute YouTube tutorial. Okay, go find that, and then unlock the rune dungeon, and then farm for runes. Now you're gonna find it difficult, and you're not gonna get many drops, so you can just be satisfied with getting the destruction rune, which is the best legendary one. There's multiple better DPS runes, such as Wrath is better than destruction, Havoc is better than Wrath, Primordial, don't worry about that just yet. But yeah, you can just get destruction. And if you're wondering how do you level up your rune, the more runes you collect, the higher the rune level will go, and it's just extra damage. So make sure you get your rune, and make sure you've been farming those bosses, because you'll need to get those ascensions. Now another thing you could do to boost your DPS, because I'm assuming you're like around level, you know, like 8,000 something by now, you can probably unlock the skill tree. So speak over here, unlock the skill tree, and for every 100 enemies you kill, which you could do the quake method to speed that up, you get 1 point. But I wouldn't personally like specifically go for skill points. I would just get them along the way, and you can, you know, get these upgrades which will give you a bunch more damage, luck, whatever. I recommend you go for the damage percentage upgrades first, because they're the cheapest, but just go for whatever upgrades you can and whatever you want, because you can literally reset them at any time. So let's say you don't have enough to get all damage and all luck, and you just want mostly luck, reset, put them all to luck, and then when you need all damage, reset, put it all to damage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's kind of up to you. At some point you should be able to lock the entire tree. Okay, now hopefully you've been farming those drops and you're now good enough to get a lot of the ascensions. If not, you don't need every single ascension. I'm pushing you to get to ascension 4 or 5, and all the drops I told you, if you farm all those bosses, you will be able to get to ascension 4 or 5. So make sure you get that. Not only will it lower your cooldown rate, more unlock more money, whatever. It'll probably tell you to do some Sid dungeons and stuff like that as well, which you'll just do, okay? And those will be helpful later on anyways. But yeah, make sure you've got Essential 4 or 5 from farming those bosses I mentioned earlier. Then head on over to Shibuya Station. And you should have also been using your observation haki. So if it's not max level, because it might not be, to be honest, not max level 25. Actually, let me just show you something, because you need it to be level 25 to get Conqueror's Haki. Reset your stats, okay? Reset your stats, get a bunch of HP. Use melee. So go to melee and use the basic combat. Hit the thief once and make sure you have why did it one tap? Oh my god, why did it one tap? Let me load the empty build, okay? Okay, but basically you're not supposed to one tap, man. I'm too I just unequip your stuff and then oh my god, wait, hold on. Okay, there you go. I saw that I don't one tap it, and then you just want to bring them, you just want to drag to the corner, and then because you'll have so much HP they can't kill you, but they'll keep attacking you, which will keep proccing your observation haki, and then yeah, it'll just keep going and going and going. You keep leveling it up, whatnot, and it'll be nice.